Joe, did you have something to contribute there?
There are a couple of things that, because I largely agree, although, I'm not in this to hide from, liability. That's, it's a different operation, but I totally get, because I think a lot of the DAOs that are out there are for, whatever purpose. But the ability to answer, like say if you served a DAO, at least I guess it would be an interesting thing, because I've never really thought down those lines, but most of the DAOs that we're involved in could answer, because they can make a proposal, they can, vote on, let's hire an attorney to do X, Y, Z, let's issue here's a statement, they could modify it, they could issue it. I don't know. That would be an interesting thing, but I do see it as, and when I read the paper, it was interesting to me that, say things like serving Wikipedia through socials, right? The fact that they can do, it's an interesting battle. Like if you consider, I'm a history buff, right? So if you consider the movement of, an economy of technology where tech increases, defense tech increases, and this is a constant ongoing battle that through history between nation states and everything, and tech itself, right? And so when you look at this, yes, an organization like WikiLeaks pops up that is very disruptive, to say the least, causes a lot of ruffled feathers, to say the least, and therefore legal tech will essentially evolve to suit the purpose that they want, right? That they're going to say, well, we'll serve them through Twitter, right? And we can't find them. We're going to get them that way. And the interesting thing to me is that the legal world can set these arbitrary rules and just say, okay, that makes sense. Let's do it. But if the tech, and by the way, I'm much in the same way that regulation of software or free speech is ridiculous to me, and it's put a massive. Well, we've had a massive loss in the past few years because everything is so murky on what can you do and what can you not do for various reasons. And I, as technologists, I think we should take the angle of saying, well, look, these are rules we're setting. Things might happen. We might have losses legally. We might have gains legally, and hopefully they do go after the guys or the people that are doing the things that philosophically don't align with our culture anyway, right? Being libertarian. And by the way, Dragon Chain is very much focused on the ability to apply decentralization where it matters, not a dogmatic everything should be decentralized, because it's not workable or realistic. And you can even see that the most dogmatic in the Bitcoin world and the most dogmatic in the Ethereum world, after a few years, become, oh, we do need layer 2. Like, we've been saying that for years now. Of course, if you want to scale, you're going to have to do this. And like all of a sudden now it's okay because they've written some extended dogma that will allow it. And so the religion, will say, okay, we can do this now. It's crazy. And
religion's plugin.
Yeah. And so it's just like this thing where that, technology should, in my opinion, take upon itself to say, there is no law in virtual space because you can't reach it. Now, any place that's imperfectly attached, they can reach. So don't do anything evil, don't do the bad things that they would come after you for. But in the other cases, we have a way to say, look, anybody can participate and we don't have to worry about some of these things that, might make sense in one country and not another. And, there are all types of normal things like that. But it's an interesting thing to me because as an example, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, right? I thought it was an interesting idea. I put like $400 worth of Ethereum into the DAO, right? The first one there that broke. And I woke up that morning like, oh my gosh, if somebody, and I was smiling, not because it was $400, right? Which some places that would be a lot, but it was an experiment for me. And my thought on it was, this is just an amazing event, because I do still think that person did not break the law. They literally went in and they analyzed code, or they didn't. The story was it was an accident, I think, if I remember right. But still, operating or calling an operation on a contract on Ethereum shouldn't be, unless it's attached to something, knowingly doing something bad, shouldn't be illegal. And I just thought they should have never forked. They should have said, we've said that's the law. But the problem was bad governance. Essentially, you had somebody, whether Vitalik had money there, probably not. I don't know, right? I don't know him. But somebody that had influence over him probably had a lot of money in there, right? And therefore it forked. And so that's the type of thing that is bad, and the reason that you do need some better, if not a better governance system, at least a more transparent governance system. It's like, well, who voted on that, right? Right now, all we know is that Vitalik, decided it was best to do, right? So it's like, okay, it's not like Linux where Torvalds had a non-financial interest in it. This was a thing where there might be some legal issues there. Anyway, that's